The tangram is a dissection puzzle consisting of 7 flat shapes, called tans, which are put together to form shapes. The objective of the puzzle is to form a specific shape using all 7 pieces, which may not overlap. It is reputed to have been invented in China during the Song Dynasty, and then carried over to Europe by trading ships in the early 19th century. It became very popular in Europe for a time then, and then again during World War I. It is one of the most popular dissection puzzles in the world. A Chinese psychologist has termed the tangram the earliest psychological test in the world, albeit one made for entertainment rather than analysis. Etymology: the word tangram is likely derived from 2 words, the Chinese word tang, referring to the Chinese Tang dynasty, and the Greek word gramma, a synonym of graph. History: reaching the Western world. The tangram had already been around in China for a long time when it was first brought to America by Captain M. Donaldson, on his ship, Trader, in 1815. When it docked in Canton, the captain was given a pair of Sang-Akoi's tangram books from 1815. They were then brought with the ship to Philadelphia, where it docked in February 1816. The first tangram book to be published in America was based on the pair brought by Donaldson. The puzzle was originally popularized by the 8th Book of Tan, a fictitious history of Tangram, which claimed that the game was invented 4,000 years prior by a god named Tan. The book included 700 shapes, some of which are possible to solve. The puzzle eventually reached England, where it became very fashionable indeed. The craze quickly spread to other European countries. This was mostly due to a pair of British tangram books, the fashionable Chinese puzzle, and the accompanying solution book, qiǎo. Soon, tangram sets were being exported in great number from China, made of various materials, from glass, to wood, to tortoise shell. Many of these unusual and exquisite tangram sets made their way to Denmark. Danish interest in tangrams skyrocketed around 1818, when 2 books on the puzzle were published, to much enthusiasm. The first of these was Mandarinen. This was written by a student at Copenhagen University, which was a non-fictional work about the history and popularity of tangrams. The second, Det Nye China Skådespil, consisted of 339 puzzles copied from the 8th Book of Tan, as well as one original. One contributing factor in the popularity of the game in Europe was that although the Catholic Church forbade many forms of recreation on the Sabbath, they made no objection to puzzle games such as the tangram. Second craze in Germany and United States, tangrams were first introduced to the German public by industrialist Friedrich Adolf Richter around 1891. The sets were made out of stone or false earthenware, and marketed under the name the Anchor Puzzle. More internationally, the First World War saw a great resurgence of interest in tangrams, on the home front and trenches of both sides. During this time, it occasionally went under the name of the Sphinx, an alternative title for the Anchor puzzle sets. Paradoxes: a tangram paradox is a dissection fallacy, 2 figures composed with the same set of pieces, one of which seems to be a proper subset of the other. One famous paradox is that of the 2 monks, attributed to Dudani, which consists of 2 similar shapes, one with and the other missing a foot. In reality, the area of the foot is compensated for in the second figure by a subtly larger body. Another tangram paradox is proposed by Sam Lloyd in the 8th Book of Tan. The 7th and 8th figures represent the mysterious square, built with 7 pieces, then with a corner clipped off, and still the same 7 pieces employed. Number of configurations. Over 6,500 different tangram problems have been created from 19th century texts alone, and the current number is ever growing. The number is finite, however. Fu Tring Wang and Xuan Qian proved in 1942 that there are only 13 convex tangram configurations. Pieces: choosing a unit of measurement so that the 7 pieces can be assembled to form a square of side 1 unit and having area 1 square unit. The 7 pieces are 2 large right triangles, 1 medium right triangle, 2 small right triangles, 1 square, 1 parallelogram. Of these 7 pieces, the parallelogram is unique in that it has no reflection symmetry but only rotational symmetry, and so its mirror image can be obtained only by flipping it over. Thus, it is the only piece that may need to be flipped when forming certain shapes. See also, Egg of Columbus, Mathematical Puzzle, Ostomicon, Tiling Puzzle, AAA kilopascal references. Further reading, Anno, Mitsumasa. Anno's Math Games. New York, Philomel Books, 1987. ISBN 0-399-21151-9, ISBN 0-698-11672-0, ISBN 0-399-22274-X. Bottomans, Jack, al. The World of Games, Their Origins and History, How to Play Them, and How to Make Them. New York, Facts on File, 1989. ISBN 0-8160-2184-8. Dudany, H. E. Amusements in Mathematics. New York, Dover Publications, 1958. Gardner, Martin. Mathematical Games on the Fanciful History and the Creative Challenges of the Puzzle Game of Tangrams, Scientific American, August 1974, PA 98-103. Gardner, Martin. More on Tangrams, Scientific American, September 1974, PA 187-191. Gardner, Martin. The Second Scientific American Book of Mathematical Puzzles and Diversions. New York, Simon & Schuster, 1961. ISBN 0-671-24559-7. Lloyd, Sam. Sam Lloyd's Book of Tangram Puzzles. Minier, New York, Dover Publications, 1968. Slocum, Jerry, al. Puzzles of Old and New, How to Make and Solve Them. De Meern, Netherlands, Plenary Publications International. Amsterdam, Netherlands, Admiral International. Seattle, distributed by University of Washington Press, 1986. ISBN 0-295-96350-6. Slocum, Jerry, al. The Tangram Book, The Story of the Chinese Puzzle with over 2,000 puzzles to solve. New York, Sterling Publishing Company, 2003. ISBN 9781402704130. External links, Constructing Your Own Set of Tangrams.